Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa Jo Davis, and I'm happy that you will be joining me shortly. So I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to find me because I'm kind of all over the place today. And when you found me, and you joined this recording today, go ahead and tell me your name, which I will already see, but let me know where you're from. Say hi and let me know where you are watching from. I love to see how wide our communications go out. So I do have clients all over the world. Enlightened World Network also has many different people and followers who are all over the world. So it's always exciting to see where everybody is watching from. Hi, Kim. Oh, from Atlanta. I'm glad that you can join us. Me. So let me see on this other page. I think we're doing well there. And let me look one other place and I'm live. So we're live on Aligned World Network. Make a few adjustments while everyone is looking and finding us. Hi, Claire. Hey, so let me get out of this. And I kind of lost myself. Where am I? There we are. It's kind of hard to lose yourself, but it is possible, I guess. All righty, everything looks well. And so we're going to go ahead and start again. If you're just now joining us, please let me know um, where you're watching from. Today's topic is I'm not giving up. And for those who don't know, my name is Lisa Jo Davis, and I'm on Facebook with Healing Light with Lisa Jo. And then every Saturday, I'm on Aligned World Network with Healing Light Activations with Lisa Jo. Today is going to be more of a conversation, but at the end, I'm actually going to be giving you three angelic activations to help you through these current times. And to me, this is a very, very important topic. Who hasn't ever felt like they just wanted to give up, just throw in the towel and just walk away from whatever is stressing them out, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a health issue, a job issue, or just plain life. Um, Everybody, I don't care how good you are or how spiritual you are, there are times when you might have that fleeting moment of, I just want to quit what I'm doing and just start something else. But sometimes it's during those moments that you're at your breaking point that actual help comes. And sometimes it comes way before that. But if you have faith in whatever it is that you're doing, the answers will come, to give you reasons not to give up. Um, and I'll give you a couple examples. But today I want to, talk about this topic, and I want to show you how you can learn to move forward when you feel like giving up. So what comes to mind? There's a few things that come to mind for me. What I'm doing, currently doing, the healing, that it's not actually me that's doing the healing. I'm just kind of a vessel, a facilitator of this energy moving from creator to through me to you. I had worked at a bank. I have been a notary. I have never ever dreamed that what I'm doing would ever happen in my life. It wasn't even a thought or, you know, anything of doing what I'm doing. I looked into people who had healing. I really found it, or healing hands. I really found it to be a very interesting subject. So I would go to the library and load up on all these books when I was younger and just started reading about different things. And I really found it amazing how people were able to help other people. One of the people that I found very enlightening was Edgar Cayce. And for some of you, you may not know who he is. He's, well, was known as the sleeping prophet. And he would be able to put a book under his pillow when he was growing up, a school book, and be able to retain whatever was in that book. And I thought, wow, how wonderful. And as he came through life, he had some things that were going on with his throat. The doctors couldn't help him. And he went into a hypnosis, and he actually was channeling a cure for other people and for himself. So it did work for him, and he eventually started helping other people, for to help them figure out what was going on. And he's just an amazing person. And he's died a long time ago, but he helped so many people. And there's some wonderful books out there that explain his journey through life. So coming back to me, I never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing. And there's times when I feel like I'm not helping anybody, and, am I really making a difference? And I'll ask God, should I give up, or, just kind of, this is really hard sometimes. And should I give up, or do you want me to continue? And then would you believe that I get messages from people during those times that tell me how there's a recording that helped them, or something I posted helped them get through kind of a hump over their life. And that was and is enough to keep me going. So I do ask for confirmations from God to let me know, am I overstepping my bounds? Is what I'm doing hurting anybody? Is what I'm doing beneficial? And because I never want to come from a place of uh, egotism, I don't want to come from a place of thinking I know it all and I cure people, because what I do is I meet people where they're currently at. And the healing actually takes place between the person and creator. I do not take credit for the healing, but I will say that I am a facilitator, and I listen to what I'm told to do for a person. But the other experience that I'm going to tell you about, and what comes to mind, is an experience of a health scare where I had a near-death experience, and I had severe internal bleeding. So it was also known as spontaneous bleeding. I had, I when I was, I'm all tongue-tied. Can you believe that? A person who always talks, and I'm tongue-tied. So I told my family when I, got to um, the hospital, because they came and got me by ambulance, and I went through 3 hospitals and, well, 3 transfers of hospitals until I got to the last one. And I told my family that this wasn't the way that I was going to die. I just knew that, right? And everybody kind of looked at me shocking because at that point they still didn't know what was happening. And I had lots of tests, CT scans. They didn't find a reason why all of this bleeding was, happening. And I was just bleeding inside. It was just, and it was around the belly. And the belly button, and it wasn't a place where they could go in and do exploratory surgery because it would actually uh, cause more problems than it would be helpful. So basically they told me you're just going to have to bleed until it stops on itself. Like I said, I was in transferred to 3 different hospitals, and I ended up staying in 5 days, and then I went home. Um, No surgery was done, as I said a few minutes ago, but what I did receive was a large amount of blood transfusions to restore my lost blood within my body. When I went home, I wasn't able to walk very well at all. I just kind of shuffled. I got into my computer chair, and they would push me because I said, "You are not taking me home with a wheelchair. I don't want a wheelchair." Um, so not being able to move my body, my legs, my hands, my arms very well without experiencing extreme pain, I was really dependent on my family's help. And I did a lot of laying in bed and crying because I didn't know what was going on. It was very scary. And I knew I had that internal knowingness of this is not how I'm going to die. But I kind of fell in this category of feeling sorry for myself. I mean, yeah, why not, right? Because you don't know what's going on. It's scary. And I just started wanting to bury my head in the sand because I had no answers. I had no answers to avoid whatever it was that caused this. It would be like, okay, you ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and that's what caused this. I would never eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich again. But not knowing what the cause was really unsettling in my mind. And I got to the point of I didn't want to live my life in bed. I didn't want to live my life that way of having people help me all the time. And, with my showers, with getting up and down to go to the bathroom, I couldn't raise my hands up past my shoulders. And when I did, it was so painful. It was like even my hair, I would brush my hair, and even my hair follicles were, it was it was very painful. I need to slow down. I do get excited talking about this at times. Partly is because it's um, it's it's a stressful thing that I went through, and I think that I remember what kind of pain I was going through and how I was feeling, and I just knew that I'm not giving up and I'm not going to live my life this way. There has to be a solution. So while I was in the hospital, going through the different hospitals and being there, I had heard in a male's voice that everything was going to be okay. And I looked around the room because at that point I was in a really small room where they were trying to figure out what was going on. And there was only women in there with me. The door was closed. They had a glass door, so the glass door was closed, and I could see my family on the outside of the door, but there was only women in there with me, and I was the only patient in that room. So that kind of startled me. And, through the process, when you're scared, most people will tend to pray. I did. I say, God, I don't know what's happening to me. Please help me. Send Jesus and Mother Mary. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, anybody and everyone that I could think of in our heavenly realm or angelic realm. I, called on to help me. And I had this feeling that everything was going to be okay. So going back to home, I remembered that, that voice that I heard in the outside of my ear. It wasn't in the inside. It was like someone was sitting here talking to me. So I did remember that. And every time I felt like I didn't want to do anything, didn't want to get out of bed, I would think about that conversation that was about me getting better. So, um, just so you know, everyone experiences roadblocks and uncertainty within their life. Um, and many people get to the point where they just want to throw their hands up and walk away, or, they're so done with this. And there's times when that is necessary for you to do. But there's times when giving up shouldn't be a solution. It should be more of a reason to move forward. So when you're working towards a goal or a solution, at some point you'll think one or more of the following statements I'm going to do. This is harder than I thought it would be. Why is it taking so long? I'm getting nowhere with this. I keep failing at this goal. I can't do this anymore. What was I thinking? So I would like you to take a moment and think of a time when you have felt this way. It's most likely you're human, so you may have felt this way often. Everybody has these thoughts at some time in their life. Some people have these thoughts more often than others. As I was going through my health scare, I often thought, am I going to be able to do this? And the determination of I'm not giving up was my motto. And it was a very serious conversation and a statement for me. If I wanted to get healthier or I wanted to be able to not stay in bed, I had to experience the pain of moving. Because when you have no activity and you just stay in one position, your body tends to lock up. And so my idea was I had to get up moving. I used the computer chair and I would use my legs and I would move myself around the house that way. And at least I was getting exercise on that. I graduated from the office chair to a walker and then eventually to a cane. And it took me a while to do. It wasn't something that happened overnight. So as you think about the things that you have been through, what was it that kept you going? My friends, it's how you rise up after your challenges and experiences of uncertainty that's very, very important. It's how you react. You may need to go through many trials and errors to find that one correct solution. After a solution has been found, you'll feel like you're finally having success. And when you have that moment of success, it propels you to, it's kind of getting like a badge of courage. You're like, yes, finally something is working. And it's enough to light that fire back underneath you. And I would say if you were to ask a successful person for advice, the one thing that they may say is that they just won't give up. Even if all of the tables are turned against them, they're going to keep going. And it's that determination that they have that fuels that fire to move forward. They have this drive that moves them forward, believing that they have a purpose and a drive to be successful. I'm not giving up. Not giving up is a mindset that you can adopt. How? Refuse to give up no matter what. And because if you believe in yourself and believe in the project or the goal that you have, and you know that it can work, you just need to find someone that can open a door for you. You may need to find funding, whatever it is that's kind of holding you back. Um, Believe in yourself. What you do need is to constantly tell yourself some of these following statements that I'm going to tell you. I'm not giving up today. That's what I did. That's the one that I use. When things get tough, I keep going. I will either find a way or make a way. Every problem has a solution, and I have the perfect ability to find it. Every day I gain more knowledge and insight about the works and well, what works and what doesn't, which means I'm getting stronger and wiser. So if you're trying things and it's not really working, learn from that. Learn from your mistakes. If someone gives you advice, you may not always agree with what they're telling you, but there may be something in the conversation or the advice that they're giving you that may go ding, 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 ding in your mind and go, wow, I never tried that. Or, even looking at your situation from a different perspective can also help. Sometimes we sit in our minds and we just think from our own set of minds and values. But if you could kind of step back, look at your situation like you're helping a friend, you can see things at a different perspective. So, don't ever give up unless you have, it's not something that's really going to work for you. Sometimes we do things and we want to be successful at it, and it just doesn't work out. But something better comes along. So it's kind of a two-way street. And you have to determine whether the time that you're putting into your project or your thoughts are beneficial to yourself as well as other people. Those are the type of things that are successful when you think about how it can help or affect other people in a positive way. So you may have an idea and it may be very unsuccessful. And you've tried all those things that have come up and you may throw in the towel, but then maybe a month later or even sooner, you think, wow, maybe if I tweak this a little bit this way, it will work. And a lot of times it will. So if you're trying to do something that is beneficial not only to yourself but to others, you'll find a way. And setbacks are only a temporary stage of success. I hope that makes sense to you. And in my own experience, I thought I would find a way through this, and I did. Personally, I did a lot of praying. I asked to be guided by our Creator and be assisted by my spiritual team. I asked this to be done for my highest good and to receive the best possible outcome. I was guided by an inner voice to begin sending healing to my own body. I had never done that before, had no idea, but I had read a little bit of books and I thought, well, maybe I can do this. So I was told, or what I heard was to envision my body in front of myself. And I super shrink myself to about this way where I could turn my body around and flip. And I would imagine putting or holding my hands up over this imaginary me. And this body, I would start, at different places where my body hurt the most at that time. And I would ask our Creator, I would ask Jesus and Mother Mary to come and help me and to pray with me over my body to get better. So as I started following this voice to do things, and to send healing to my own body, I was moved forward with the determination of a raging bull. I thought, wow, I never really thought about things this way. And, sometimes you have to go forward because positive thoughts are not the only thing that is needed to be successful. Um, So praying does help, but you also need to be proactive in your quest, asking that the doors to be open to show you new and better solutions. Believe the answers will come, and in my case, they did. It took me almost 7 to 8 months to be able to do things without help. I didn't need help going into the shower. I didn't need any more help getting dressed. I was able to move my hands up a little higher, not as high as I wanted to, but I was still building on that. And I had seen so much success in my own body that it propelled me to keep doing what I was doing because it was working. So ask yourself, what's the best thing that I can do now to move forward? That was the question that I would also ask myself. Having a I'm not giving up attitude or even mindset will make it much easier for you to persist and to refuse to give up until you actually achieve a goal. And you may break up, if it's an idea of something that you want to do, you may break it up into steps. Sometimes when you look at the overall picture, it can be extremely overwhelming. I have to do this, I have to get this, I have to contact this person, I have to do the, and then you have so much going on in your mind, you may be derailed because you feel like it's so much to do with this idea or this project, or I don't know if I can do it. And at some point, sometimes people will just say, oh, this is too much work. I don't want to do it. So then, was it really worth you doing? If you give up so easily that you're not believing in an idea or that it will be successful, then maybe that's not the right idea for you. But if you have that little thread of, I know it's going to help me, but it's also going to help other people, you will be sent ideas. You will be sent people who will have a conversation with you that you didn't even expect. They didn't even know that you were doing what you do. And it gives you an idea. Little bits and pieces of ideas will come to you. Doors will begin to open. So what I would like to do is go ahead and give you three angelic activation. So one of them is I'm not giving up. The other one is how to easily find solutions. And then the other one is believing in myself and the future. So go ahead and give me permission to assist you. You can say it out loud. You can say it in your mind, just as long as you do that. Everything that I talk to in these activations will be embedded within the recording that I will be posting up. And then some of you are seeing this live. So it doesn't matter whether you're watching live or if you're watching, later today or tomorrow or next week or next month, it all will still be embedded in here. So today we're going to do things a little differently. What I would like you to do is we're going to connect you to the earth by grounding. So I would like you to imagine your grounding cord, which is at near the bottom of your spine, traveling down through the earth. This is what we call grounding for those who don't know. And just allow that grounding cord to go into the center of the earth or Gaia. Um, Everyone calls it something else, Mother Earth. So allow your grounding cord to go into the earth. The reason that we do this is it also helps stabilize you and the energy that's going to be coming through to you. If you feel kind of off-centered or you feel off or things aren't really going well, if you're not grounding at least daily, it's not helping. You'll still feel kind of off or, unsure of things. So grounding is a really good technique, and there's many different ways you can do it. You can, walk outside barefoot and allow your body to touch the grass and the soil. You can use your hands and work in plants. So you don't necessarily always have to do, the grounding cord into the earth, although it is a fast process. Even imagining roots growing out of the bottom of your feet into the earth. But today we're asking you to use your grounding cord and leaving it into the earth as I give you these angelic activations. So as you do that, allow the energy from Mother Earth to come up through that grounding cord, up into your body, up into your feet, up into the lower spine, going all the way up, up, up through your whole body. And I would like you to allow that energy to go ahead and flow up to your higher self. And when you get there, go ahead and take a breath in and release. And I would also like you to connect to Creator and also connect to your spiritual team, bringing everything together as one. So it has been requested and approved for you to receive the angelic activation of I'm not giving up now. Thank you. So as this energy comes through you, it typically comes from the top and it works its way down through the body, eventually going out of your feet. Some of you may feel this energy rapidly going through you. Some of you may feel it going through you slowly. Everyone's going to feel it a little differently, and each of these activations will have a different energy feeling for them. So just allow that energy to flow through you. If it feels like the energy has flowed, but maybe it stopped in your heart, go ahead and tap your heart a couple of times, awaken the heart up, and allow that to push through. If you feel like it's stuck in your neck, go ahead and move that body part. If it's in your legs or your knees, go ahead and move that body part to allow that flow to go through. So we're going to let that flow for a moment. And I'm going to connect with you energetically to see if anyone is having any issues. So I do feel like someone has it stuck in their throat. So I'm going to help you by pushing that through. I'm just going to continue going down. And just so you know, I also am experiencing these same activations with you. I facilitate them, but I'm also experiencing the energy coming down and moving through, my body. So if you're feeling it right here above the eyebrow, go ahead and tap that. I know someone is feels like a headache. So go ahead and tap in this area right here to allow that energy to keep moving. So this energy will still flow, and if it hasn't reached the bottom of your feet, it's okay. We're going to move on to the next activation. And the good thing is these activations can be layered on top of each other. So if you're still feeling the first one that hasn't fully went through your body, it's okay because the next one is coming in and it will kind of piggyback the other one. So it has been requested and approved to receive the angelic activation of easily finding a solution. Now, thank you. This one definitely feels different for me. I feel a surge coming in and out of my body. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. I hear kind of a humming going, ooh, ooh. And that's just me. I don't know if you're feeling the same thing, but um, when I'm quiet, I can feel this kind of in and out breathing of a surge of energy. That's the best way that I can describe it right now. So again, it's going to be coming from the top and working its way down through your body. And while these energies are processing, and I'll be giving you one more, know that they will repeat over a few days, depending on how your body adjusts to these energies. They'll just repeat in the same type of way that it was given to you today. So by the third day, it's going to start dissipating and you'll feel these energy surges less and less. You have the ability that if they come in too strong, you can ask that the energies lessen up. You will still receive all the energy and all the activations. They just don't want you to feel uncomfortable. And having said that, if you feel like it's coming in through you too slow, you have the ability to ask yourself and our higher self to allow this activation to flow faster. You can put parameters around it, which is really nice to know that. You guys are doing really good. Don't forget to breathe in and out. Okay, I'm being guided to move forward to the next and last activation. It has been requested and approved to receive the angelic activation of believing in myself and in my future now. Thank you. This one's given me goosebumps. I don't know if it is for you, but I got goosebumps on my arms after that activation. Again, it comes up through the top and works its way down through your body. If you feel like the energy is stuck, move that body part around to allow that to move, down towards your body. And as these energies are flowing, I'm going to go ahead and um, con give me a moment. I have to think. I lost my words all of a sudden. Um, I'm going to connect you to these activations and ground them into your body. And do a little bit of light language to solidify that. Singo dotina potina ketisati tonotina. O samati goto rina rina dita sina dita kota badi. O sadido ninga kyoto tina totota. These energies are still flowing through you. And while they're still flowing through you, I'm going to give you some aftercare instructions. So, like I said, it's going to run through for the next 3 days. You want to stay hydrated. If you have the ability to add lemon or squeeze a lemon in your water, that would really be beneficial to you. If you feel tired later today, go ahead and honor your body and allow yourself to rest, because these are some really powerful energies that are flowing through right now. You may, if you feel sleepy, lay down and take a nap. Some people may feel really energized and want to move forward, and just have a lot of this energy, and that's perfectly fine. There is no right or wrong way. Everybody is uniquely different. You may want or even feel guided to do some journaling about some thoughts that are coming through. Maybe you receive some new ideas. Go ahead and write them down, because sometimes getting random thoughts or ideas, and you think, oh, I'll remember it later. Some of you will remember it later, but other ones, like me, I tend to forget things. And so I will sit there and write whatever it is that I'm feeling, or whatever it is coming forward, an idea or a suggestion. And I write it down, because for me, it's out of my mind. And then I don't have to worrying about whether I'm going to remember it or not. So that's kind of the same thing with dreams. If I wake up and I have a dream, I need to sit there, and it's important to me. I need to sit down and write it out. Otherwise, in just a very short time, I'm not going to remember. But that's me. Everybody is different. So I would like you to go ahead and take a breath in and release. Take another breath in. And as you release, go ahead and move your fingers and your toes, bringing you back into your body. And on your next breath in, and as you release, you can open up your eyes, adjusting to the light around you. I would love to know how you experience this, or any comments. You can either write them in the comment section, or even send me a private message. If you would like to work with me, you can, these are done privately. So you can go to lisajodavis.com and look at the services that I have. I have a special on the Akashic Records right now going on. You can set up your appointment and even pay on the website. I have a boutique of jewelry pieces that I send a blessing on them when I send them out. And of course, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Healing Light with Lisa Jo, and you won't ever miss a video that or a recording that I've made, because you'll be notified of this. I would also encourage you to check out the Enlightened World Network. They have hundreds of videos there, and they're all different topics. that can help, and you may connect with someone there that has a topic that you resonate with. There's everything from yoga to sound therapy to numerology. There's connecting with your loved ones that are on the other side that have passed over. There's weekly meditations, daily meditations, and weekly shows. So there is so much that they have to offer, and I would encourage you to check them out as well. I want to thank you for coming in today, and let me see if there's any comments right now before I disconnect with you. Oh, Jill, do you still have your headache? Because she says that she had the worst headache last night. So um, hopefully what you went through is helping. If not, let me know. If you can just say yes or no, and I will send some additional prayers for you. Okay. Diana says that she's has a very relaxed body. Another one says it's wonderful. A tingling in your feet. That's good. I'm going to go ahead, Jill, and send you a little bit of healing that goes into your headache. And we ask that it be removed. Thank you. All right, my friends, I'm going to close. And I appreciate you coming and finding me today. This has been recorded. It will be, posted up on Healing Light with Lisa Joe, as well as Enlightened World Network. If you know somebody that could benefit from this video, go ahead and share it with them. Go ahead and have a lovely day. And I'm so happy you took time out for yourself today. Love you. Bye.